All right, what's up, Phoenix fans, and welcome to this very special Q&A with our longest-serving player, Disraeli Lufadeju, also known as Dizzy. Dizzy, thank you for joining me. How are you feeling, and are you ready to get going?
Yeah, I'm ready to get this going, man. I'm ready to get cracking. Feeling good. I'm excited to get these questions underway. I know there's some good ones coming.
Yeah, so I don't know if you saw the one with Karan Ross, but the format is going to be, I'm going to ask you 2 questions of my own, and then we'll go into Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that. So, ready to roll?
Yeah, sounds good. Let's go.
Cool. So, first question coming from me. Obviously, you were born in America, but you're from Bermondsey, Southeast London. Played for Kent Crusaders, junior level, before playing in the BBL. But you've seen players at the Cheshire Phoenix like Karan Ross, Parker Jackson Cartwright, people like that have gone through the NCAA system in America, gone to college, and then found a place, abroad. Do you sometimes ever regret not going through that same NCAA route?
Of course. There's been times where I often find myself thinking, I wonder where my career path would have been if I played in NCAA or had an opportunity to go. But unfortunately, at the age where I needed to go, I wasn't good enough at basketball at that time. So I peaked. I peaked early. Not peaked early, sorry. I found like my path in basketball later than most people. I started playing when I was 15. First time I ever played National League was when I was 16. So the beginning of me playing basketball, like the beginning to my story, started a lot later on than most people.
Okay, and then obviously since signing for the Phoenix 3 years ago, you've played with some great point guards, Daniel Noor, Parker Jackson Cartwright, and now Karan Ross. What have you learned through that time and playing with those kind of players?
They all play differently, From Dan, I feel like I learned how to be a lot more poised in my style of playing. Parker, what did I learn from Parker? I feel like with Parker, no one can speed him up. A lot of defenders will try to pressure you and make you play out of your rhythm. But with Parker, it never changed his pace. He'd always stay at the same pace, no matter if someone's pressuring full court or pressuring going to the basket, he'd just stay within his own pace. And I feel like I learned that from him. And Karan, it's early. It's still early. I've got a whole year with him, so I'm definitely going to pick up some things from him. But as it stands, I think he's a good leader. He's a very good leader. So, there's still time. And I'm sure by the end of the season, there's a few more things I would have picked up from Karan as well.
Okay, and moving on to the questions coming in from the fans. We'll go to Instagram story first. But you didn't get, I was going to say you didn't get anything from Twitter, so I think you got to raise your Twitter game, man.
I know, my Twitter game is poor. I only retweet, really. I never post. And I only reactivated my Twitter last year, I think it was. So, yeah, I need you to obviously teach me the ways. That's what I need.
We'll see about that. But anyway, we've got some questions from Instagram, Facebook. So, first one, a guy you know very well, Dijon Allen Jordan. He's coming in hot.
Oh, my guy.
He asked, who taught you how to finger roll?
Who taught me how to finger roll? Definitely Dijon. I'm telling you right now, Dijon has the best finishing package out of anyone I've played with. Oh man, I enjoy playing with Dijon. Good teammate of mine. Good guy.
And the next question comes from Everything BBL. Funniest on the team?
Funniest on the team currently?
Yeah.
So Rose Tyson, easy. He's just a walking comedian. Doesn't stop. He has no filter as well. I hope he sees this as well. So Rose Tyson.
Part-time baller, part-time comedian.
Yeah, he should definitely take it up after basketball for sure.
And then last question from Instagram stories comes in from Rachel. She asks, you know how loud the arena can be. How hard is it playing without the crowd this year?
At first, it was really difficult. I'm not going to lie, because I feel like the fans give me another boost, another source of energy. And the first couple of games I really struggled just to find that second gear. So I'm slowly adjusting to it now, but it is really hard not having a fan base there, because they egg you on, they cheer you on. Like whenever you make a good play, the arena's loud, and that gets you going. It gets you going for the next play. It gives me another boost on defense if I've just scored, you know. So not having them is definitely very difficult.
I think I've got to admit as well, as a member of the media team, it's very, very different just being by ourselves, no fans behind us cheering the team on. So it's very, very strange for
It's
everyone.
really weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
And like you can hear yourself think. I don't like being able to hear myself think when I'm playing. So yeah, the fans, we miss them. We miss the fans a lot, I'm not going to lie.
Okay, and then now we'll segue over to Facebook before we go back to Instagram. So on Facebook, Nicola Scott asks, what is your best advice to youngsters who want to be professional players in the future?
Oh, best advice. Consistency. You know, if you want to be a professional, you just have to stick by it. No matter if you have a bad game, a good game, if you're working out throughout the week, whether you have a bad game or a good game, the following week, do the same workouts. You know, just be consistent in your craft. Be consistent with your eating habits. You know, it all filters into the same thing. You just have to be consistent. And I feel like that's the best way to maintain being a professional. Consistency.
That's great advice right there. Young Coopers, take notes.
Take notes, man. I wish I was consistent when I was younger. I learned the hard way.
I mean, you still made it, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay, next one. Rachel Joe asks, well, she says, you're a great role model for youngsters that want to get into basketball. Where did you get your inspiration and motivation from?
My motivation came from my cousins in America. They used to play basketball, and I used to visit America once a year. And every time I went there, they were just killing me in basketball, just embarrassing me, dunking on me, crossing me over. And I was just like, nah, next year. It was always used to gear me for the following year, because I'd go every summer. So I'd be like, next year I'm going to work really hard so they can't make me look silly on the basketball court. And like each year I've got better and better and better. And now they wouldn't even step in the court with me. So, you know, just, yeah, it was definitely my cousins, because they used to love basketball.
Okay, next question, and the last one from Facebook. Yvonne Hughes asks, what keeps you coming back to the Knicks? How much do you think your game has changed in your time here?
Oh, well, that answer goes hand in hand with both of those questions. I feel like the reason I've been returning is just because every year I've seen some improvements in my game. I enjoy the fan base here, even though they're not here at this present time, but I enjoy the fan base. I love the coaching staff. I really get along with everyone that's involved in this organization, and I've been improving each year. So it'd be stupid for me not to come back if, like, each year I'm seeing growth in my game. So that's why I've come back. That's why I came back this year as well.